Shalom, Laha Alahayim. Peace to the gods. Nawathan, Kal, Halalium La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, HaKodash. Giving all praises to He exists or He is. In the name of He saves and He delivers. In the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps, a great millstone, GMS, who do rule well, who have learned this 100% truth from, who are the true leaders of all Israel today. Salutations, peace, and blessings be upon the Bayah Dawayad, the house of David, the tabernacle of David that's being risen up in these last days as the Most High is closing the breaches thereof, closing these doors of mercy. All right. Starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, the 144,000, 12,000 men of each tribe of Israel, Yasha Allah, He, Prince of the power, and the remaining remnant, 1/3 of men, women, and children, rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of their ability, friends of the prophets of different offices. Okay, this is your brother Tazapanya Banyamyan of the Sons of Yasha Allah Camp out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, out of Juan Ratizah, Lord willing. This is edifying unto the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. So we're going to get right into it. This just happened. This is on Patrick Humphrey. He's staying in Colorado too, but somewhere out there in the boonies. All right. But he's saying migrants is rioting and they're storming the government building. Okay. And in the topic, I put orchestrated chaos. All right. We all been heard by now the Latin phrase that the elite use, ordo ab chaos, which means order out of chaos. All right. So they allowed all these people to come in, even though the eye is on the northern kingdom, even though there's plenty other heathen nations that is coming through as well. All right. And what he's going to say is that they're demanding free housing. Okay. And the first thing I thought of was on some Biggie Smalls. The mic was going to be kicking the door, waving the 4-4. You feel me? Which the scriptures talk about. Because if they get tired of living on the streets, whatever nation that they're from, you see what I'm saying? Things is going to get real violent. All right. Especially if your victuals aren't cheap anymore, your provisions. Okay. So prophecy is jumping off the page on some old school aftercare elementary book 3D pop-up page, man. This is how the prophecy is. We living in it. We're in the last days of the last days, man. Okay, and this is coming into the time, I keep talking about it, of one of the major high holy days, the Passover, the Pesach. Okay, all right. So we have to literally have the blood of the lamb, which happens to be Yahweh Shai, okay, upon our doorposts, all right, upon our body, so to speak, that where you enter in, which would be your brain, all right, and the life, the blood is the life thereof. That's why we don't eat the blood. So we have to have the life of Yahweh Shai, all right, covering our mind, because we're supposed to be not conformed to this world, but transformed by the renewing of our mind. What are we renewing it into? The mind of Hamashiach. All right, because we're gonna come into some times that has never happened before. Shit is about to hit the fan. And the apostles on down have been telling you, man. I stepped into other men's labors. And Thawada Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for this understanding. So without further ado, we're going to get right into the video and grab some scriptures.
Breaking emergency news. We are now seeing riots break out in the migrant community. We are seeing uproar and we are seeing people get mad and they are now rioting. They are banging on the windows and they are surging city governments, demanding housing and
so notice he said uproar, man. You see, he's using which he don't know, but in the spirit, it's in the scriptures. All right. This is Second Esdras 9:3. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world." What's the context? Let's go to verse 2. "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." So we are literally seeing uproars of the people happening today, right now, in the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, right? The last day of February, February 29th, in this so-called leap year, all right? And we're seeing uproars of the people, all right? And we of the hopeful elect are knowing and believing and have faith. This is the time Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai to visit the world which he made, man. You can't make this shit up.
Demanding benefits. This is what's happening in our country right now.
And notice they're demanding benefits, all right? Which again, we keep telling y'all, this is going to lead to the MOTB, man. All right? They get New York City was given 10 bands. Oh, 10 racks for you, 10 racks for you, right? You don't have to show no ID, no nothing. All this is Hegelian dialectic because they're going to come out with that digital ID. You have to going to be able to verify yourself. Yeah, we'll give you free money or universal basic income. But what? You have to take the RFID hit, man.
Show you guys a video in just a second, but these quote migrants are yelling, they're screaming, they're banging on the windows, they're banging on the doors. They had to be escorted out by police because they're demanding these quote sanctuary cities to give them housing right now, right? This is reaching a next level, and we know what the next level is after that is because we don't have enough housing, we don't have enough resources to just give away for free. And these people were even saying they're fighting for their children. They're fighting for their children, so they don't care. They're
right. So if you seeing your child sleeping on a cardboard, a FedEx box on the street or some shit, or a blanket on some stony ground, right? And you supposedly in the fake land of spoiled milk and grade D synthetic honey, right? You're gonna be like, yo, what? Nah, son, I'm gonna have to get it. We gonna have to, nah. So they gonna turn up. They gonna turn up to get what's theirs. And this is spoken all in the scriptures too.
even saying they know this is a bad idea, but they have to fight for their children, so they don't care, and they're gonna surge the government buildings and demand housing. So this seems like an insurrection to me. Maybe was this an insurrection? I don't know.
Oh, there go another biblical word. Insurrection. Let's type that in. This is Second Esdras, chapter 16 and 70. Okay? It says, "For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities," didn't he say sanctuary cities? It says, "a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." All right? So we get into the stage, all right, of all of this chaos going down, and eventually the culprit is going to be on Jake, all right, on Israelites, specifically the elect of Israel, those bearing good fruit by teaching, all right, the word, okay, walking in the spirit and not bowing a knee unto Baal, all right, not worshiping the image of the beast. So it's going to get crazy. So this is all setting up the stage, man.
I don't know. You guys tell me. I'll show you guys what's going on here. Maybe this was. Who knows? I'm not saying it was, but you tell me. You be the judge of what's happening in our country right now. This is insane. This is insane that this is being allowed to happen. We also have a bunch of other big breaking border news. All right, federal judges are issuing insane rulings against Texas, trying to block Texas. We will get into that in just a second. All right. But really quick, guys, before we get into this news, please hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Washington, we are now seeing, and this is going to happen in more quote, sanctuary cities as well, because this is being organized by these NGOs and these groups. It's a mix of migrants and these agitators that are leading and organizing it, and they're bringing people in. And
so it's a mix of, genuine Jake. Some of them may be of the elect of the Northern Kingdom, the Latin tribes, and then you got heathen nations out there, but then you got agent provocateurs, okay, that's in the midst of it, that is stirring the people, because Esau knows, all right, that people in general has a hive mind mentality, a sheep mind mentality, all right, mob mentality. So if you get somebody to, when everybody has heightened emotions and they can't think rationally, you put an agent provocateur in there and you can easily sway people's emotions to do whatever you want them to do. You see, agents in the CIA learn about these type of things. All right, going into psychology and sociology. All right, the study of the social habits of people, the study of the mind of the humans. Okay,
demanding housing in Seattle, Washington right now, right? So I want you to listen to this video. This is a video from ABC News that just ran the other day.
Seattle City Council disrupted as asylum seekers and their supporters once again pleaded for support. Council President Sarah Nelson saying there are limited resources here.
I don't really want to participate in a conversation that should be had with county leaders, state leaders, federal leaders.
Council ultimately took a break from the meeting in the middle of chants from protesters yelling on behalf of the refugees.
And if I'm not mistaken, let me look it up real quick. That's probably the Venezuelan flag. Let me look that up real quick. Venezuela flag. Yep, that's the Venezuelan flag. All right. And from my understanding as well, too, the reason why it has that red and blue, all right, is because Haiti, the Levites, all right, how was it? After 1804, when they went against the French, okay, and basically won with Toussaint, all right, that they put a spirit upon their fellow tribesmen, the tribe of Asher, okay, to go against their, colonizer oppressors or whatever, all right, and they use that same red and blue in their flag as a paying homage, all right, to the Levites, okay, because you got to remember Levi was of the instrument of cruelty, okay, on the island of Hispaniola with his brother Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, okay, and they went ham out there. They was going ape shit, right? And this is why Esau go be violating Haiti to a certain degree, but this is why Bolivia, Venezuela, and I think there's another one, might be Ecuador, that has the same bottom columns of red and blue, just like Haiti, because they was how would you say it? They was inspired. There we go. They was inspired by what Haiti has done. But the point is, okay, you see how they're pushing the so-called migrants that is pretty much all Venezuela. All right. And then you got to remember, too, just like, Haiti got a lot of oil. Venezuela got the largest oil, if I'm not mistaken, in the Western Hemisphere. All right. And they violated because they didn't want no CIA puppet as a president. And then, years ago, they went through hyperinflation. Damn near fucked up the whole country. You see what I'm saying? Which gave us a glimpse of what was to come to America. Women were selling their box for a bag of rice to feed their family, man. Every single day, man. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's about to get wild out here.
At one point, Councilmember Kathy Moore requested that SPD take action.
A request that we have police response. Our physical safety is being threatened by the actions of the demonstrators outside, banging on the windows.
Eventually, arrests were made. It's the second time in 2 months that the group from Latin America has called upon Seattle leaders to fund their temporary housing. Refugees have been living in different area hotels, most recently this one in Kent. That stay was funded by Seattle taxpayers. Genesis from Venezuela said she knows this protest wasn't the most correct thing to do, but they've got kids. They feel pressured to act for them. And there's...
All right, so that's the end of the clip. Did you hear that at the end? They're saying they come from Venezuela. They're showing up here. They're throwing a fit and demanding housing. They're walking around with these signs, banging on the windows. They had to throw them out with police because even the Seattle City Council president was saying that they're getting violent, getting crazy.
So this is just the beginning, man. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 16. It reads, "For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." This is the point. So all of those politicians, those people in a higher status, you see what I'm saying, as they're demanding housing and all of that, they're not regarding what they're doing. It says, "In the course of their action shall stand in their power." And that's what we're getting into. All right, this is verse 18. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." You see, so if they demanding housing from the people and they find out, when I say the people, the city council or these government buildings, and they don't give it to them, and then let cyber attack hit, whatever it may be, shit hitting the fan, what you think they're going to do? They're going to be running into people's cribs because they can't eat. If they're already turning violent, wow. What's that precept in Luke? Green tree. This is Luke 23 and 31. It says, "For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry?" You see, so when things is plentiful right now, imagine, and they getting violent, imagine what's going to be done when the famine hit. Supply chain crisis, hell breaking loose.
All right, they're rioting essentially, and they're saying they have to do this for their kids. What about people's kids? I have kids, right? I have 2 small children and another kid on the way, and nobody's giving us free housing. This is insane, and they're already getting free hotels as well, and they're saying that's not good enough. They're saying they want a real house, they want apartments, they want whatever. They want real housing to just show up in America and get this for free. This is insane. No country on earth would ever do this and never has done this in the history of planet Earth. Never happened. Never happened. And it's not going to happen. This is unsustainable. But this is what we're creating. And it's getting more intense by the day. More entitlements, more people, more demands. It's becoming more intense by the day, showing up to city governments. Was this an insurrection? I don't know. Maybe it was. It's possible. They got the police involved. They said they're being violent, banging on windows, making demands. I don't know. You tell me what you think.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 14. It says, "The Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars." What do caterpillars do, man? Right? If you was back in the day and you remember you had a little one of them little glass houses and you were seeing the metamorphosis of a caterpillar, into a butterfly or whatever, and you'll have a nice little tree there with some leaves, and then you wake up the next day, damn near all the leaves is gone because the caterpillars is non-stop eating, filling itself so it could do that heavy energy process of transforming into a butterfly. But the point that I'm making here is that these caterpillars, that's what it's coming to me through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? They purposely doing this, and we all understand is really, through the left-hand side of Yabashim Yashah, through the elite, open up these borders to bring chaos, knowing that they're coming from these so-called third world countries and expecting, this American dream. They're not getting it, and they see that there's certain benefits and things that you can get, and they're like, nah, we want it now. Like caterpillars gonna literally, eat and take everything that they need to sustain themselves and their family, man. You feel me? So the elite is purposely doing this so it could make Babylon like a dry tree, man. You feel me? To the point where because nobody is adding unto the gross domestic product, the GDP, all right, but yet people are consuming constantly, it's going to cause inflation, which is going to cause a scenario in America where people are losing their minds. They're having perplexity, which is a lack of resources, which they're now going to beg Esau as their God to save them from the calamity that Esau created in the first place. And how they going to give that to you? Through the chip, man. And if these other camps can't get it, you got heathen nations understanding what it is. It's coming, man.
And they are being led by these NGOs and these domestic groups as well that cause these chaos. They're teaming up, and they're now bringing in these, quote, migrants into their groups to have these protests.
And it's crazy because I remember the Ak did it, but the Ak Bukhara Amath from the Men of Valor camp, out there in New York, he did, will the Migrant Crisis bring in martial law? We gonna see, man. You see what I'm saying? Because I think it was the right Fox News, these conservative niggas, it was like in a week, so-called migrants have done heinous crimes. You know what I'm saying? Numerous heinous crimes in a week span, in a 7-day span, man. Niggas is sodomizing little girls in Virginia. Niggas is cutting up niggas in different states, wilding out, fighting, brawling with the boys, the pigs, and all of that. You see, like you have to literally sit and meditate when you read Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great and none is like it. You have to meditate on that, for it is a time of Jacob's trouble. You see what I'm saying? These are the type we persuade men by the terror of the Lord, man. And we telling you, the king of terrors is about to send terror upon this place. Well-deserved terror, because this place is wicked as hell.
Yes, right. So this is coming. This is coming because millions of people are coming in, but we don't have enough resources. So people are going to get angry. They were told a lie. You're going to get free housing. Everything's free. It's happening for some people, but a good majority are not getting anything, and they are also starting to freak out. They don't know what to do. And you can see here really quick, and then we'll get into this Texas news. It says U.S. Border Patrol chief report.
So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I just seen something earlier. You had Eagle Face Nero Trump at Eagle Pass, Texas, and then you had Sleepy Creepy Jim Crow Snow Joe in Brownsville, Texas. All right. Trying to basically win votes to feel like what they're gonna do with the main topic on the political what are they theater, you know what I'm saying, on what we're gonna do with this Christ, and we coming into the time of the Passover, the solar eclipse, the March 11th thing, hey, there's so many. 2024 gonna be, and make hope. Call Lawyer Bashim Rashad, man. Jacob's trouble might hit its climax, bro. Might hit it, and we gotta be prepared, man. I keep saying that, but I'm gonna close out on that scripture in Peter, one of my favorite scriptures. All right, because we have to be prepared for the revelation. All right, of Yahushua. This is 1 Peter 1:13. It says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. How is Yahushua going to be revealed in his second coming? And Isaiah says he comes, I meet thee not as a man. He's coming in a spiritual force, man. Where the chariots is going to be saturating the sky. And the elect is going to be beamed up into the fathership, while the rest of the angels in the smaller ships going to be getting busy. You know? This, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, man. All right? That's what the scriptures say, man. It is a day of darkness and not light. This shit is about to be real. So, again, we have to prepare. Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the strength of his salvation, the fear of the Lord of his treasure. Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Achad, Abba, Bo, Kwam, Yasharallah, Shalom. To the next one. On to the next one.